Yeah, you ready? You ready to talk about this beef shit, nigga? It's wilding out there.
Ether Part 2.
We almost had that. Almost had that. But yeah, this shit crazy.
All right. Last time I got caught slipping.
Yeah, had to make sure you had the shit on silent.
Well, I always have it on silent, but somebody did the double tap. They called twice to get through the do not disturb.
Oh, I got you.
I was like, the disrespect. The disrespect. And with that being said,
let's go.
Welcome back. Another episode of Verbal Gunplay. It's your boy, Danny De Niro.
And it is your boy, the Golden Lion, L Double Lamont. Let's get into this shit, man. Let's not even fucking start messing around and start playing around. We already know what the fuck we're here for. Y'all seen the motherfucking title. Y'all know what the fuck is happening. It's crazy wild out in these streets. And the whole of the fucking internet is just joyous. Because all of us content creators... all of us content creators out here just straight eating off of this shit now. Motherfuckers are putting out reactions like immediately, like within an hour of shit dropping. It was wild.
He said he does it for the culture. He make it. We all eating.
For sure, man.
Eating right now, eating.
So in case you motherfuckers don't know what the fuck we talking about, then we're doing a lot of cussing right away. But you got to, because you got to be animated in this. It's the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. And well, let's just call it a beef for now. But this shit has gotten super deep. It's the craziest thing I heard. Man, I'm excited. We getting what we want. We got Drake rapping his ass off for once, and Kendrick is dropping in less than every 5 years, and he usually does.
Yeah. We got the two titans of hip hop. No more big three. But before we jump into the Drake and Kendrick thing, I think on the last episode I had talked about it. No, actually I didn't. Because I lost tape. But, J. Cole fans are loving this.
Yeah,
they're loving this right now because this is shooting. This Kendrick going this hard at Drake has actually been saving J. Cole's career.
You think so?
Yeah, because now everybody's like, oh, this is why you bowed out. Because now everybody's like, oh, we get it. Yeah. We get it. You don't want no parts of the boogeyman. We don't want no parts of the boogeyman.
Because
he ain't playing fair. I
don't think it is fair, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah. So a brief recap. It all got kicked off with the "We Don't Trust You" album when that came out. The lead single, like that is it still number one? I mean, shit, it's been number one on the Billboard for a minute.
I believe it is, yeah.
Even with a Taylor Swift album dropping, it was still number one.
Yeah, and with that, the internet went crazy, and then that's when the pressure dropped because everybody was like, "Who's gonna drop first?" That's when it started pressuring Kendrick. Not Kendrick, I'm sorry, Cole. Cole let it get to him, it bothered his spirit or whatever. And he dropped, what was the name of that? 7 Minute Drill.
Yeah.
7 Minute Drill was trash, we all believe that. And then he came out right after realizing it was trash and backed right out of it. And at the time, it was kind of split. Mostly his fans was like, yeah, I understand that's big from him. I respect him for it. Most people was killing him for that shit. Yeah. But now everyone's like, that nigga knew something.
Yeah, and he kept it a buck because he said he might delete later, and he really did.
He really did.
That shit was up there for a week.
So how long was it? Maybe 2 weeks? And then we got push-ups, right?
Then Drake came with push-ups. Yep.
Yeah, push-ups.
And then there was no response from anybody after that. And then it was a bit, maybe 5 days later or so, he came with Tailor Made. Tailor Made,
yeah. So push-ups was dope. Only thing this would be my critique of all his beef tracks right now is he didn't focus on Kendrick.
Absolutely.
But at the time, a lot of people was talking shit, so I sort of get it on that one. And he threw his little daggers out at everybody and was dancing on niggas, and it was cool. And the shit really was looking like some Meek Mill type shit again because when he dropped Tailor Made, now this nigga got the AI shit. He got the Pac AI. We know he just bought Pac's ring. Then he had Snoop, which we had no one ever said nothing about this, but Snoop had to have signed off on it to let that drop. And then he dropped his own shit, like basically, come out, nigga, come out, because they were saying, Drake got the bomb and was waiting to drop this shit on him. So then what? Another week or two goes by, and at this point, all Kendrick's fans is nervous as hell. Like, man, we ain't heard from this nigga. Is he really gonna drop? Is he gonna ignore this shit? Because even at the end of that diss track, Drake was like, nah, nigga. And everyone was like, oh, man. Is this nigga really finna style on somebody else?
Yeah.
And then we got...
He dropped Euphoria.
What I like to think is kind of a masterpiece.
Euphoria. Honestly, I think it's my favorite out of all the diss tracks.
Really? Okay.
It's my favorite. It's just the way he just broke everything down. Like, he came in. You know what I mostly liked about it? It was the development in his energy. He came on the track soulful, calm, like look, hey, I'm unbothered. I'm so unbothered. Like, I'm talking to you right now.
Yeah, listen, little nigga, sit down. Let me talk to you.
Yeah, I'm Petty Pendergrass. Like, my nigga, like, like you don't even know what you just done. and then and then after that, after he dropped that, what was it? Maybe 3 days?
No. We still talking about Euphoria.
After
that soulful intro shit, that's when they got into the shit talk. And the part that everybody, and I'm gonna get to the part that everyone's feeling, because niggas is talking about it's okay to do this now. The part when he was like, I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way you walk, the way you talk. And niggas is like, you know what? I know somebody like that. And it's always been said that it's bad to hate someone, but Kendrick made it cool to hate niggas. You ever see somebody, coworker, whatever, and you be like, you know what, man? You ain't done nothing to me, but I fucking hate this nigga, man. And that's which the shit Kendrick was on, bro. This nigga was on some shit with Euphoria.
I think when he did that, I think he was paying homage to DMX, because DMX was the first one to do that.
He didn't say he hate the nigga. He just said he didn't like it. He wasn't like, I hate it.
Well, yeah, he was just like, I don't like Drake.
But eventually he came around, though. He met the nigga, dude,
Well, yeah, of course he came around.
He bowed down. You think that's what it was?
Yeah, Drake had a DMX sample on one of his albums. So, yeah, of course he's going to come around. Oh, you want to use some of my shit and you want to pay me? All right, cool.
There was a little bit of him honoring him in there, too. I would like to think. I would hope it's not just this nigga just paid him off. But they did, let the record show that they did eventually become friends. And he was bigging him up, saying, took a big man to say what he did, and he was cool with him now. So and I hope he's not just saying that shit for the money.
with all this going on, you believe that?
I'm 50-50 on the
Because look, at one point, Drake and Future had an album together. They're friends, right? How that looking?
Yeah, they had that was a badass album too. Damn, that's
so. You know what I'm saying?
So okay.
Money talks at the end of the day. It was probably a favor for a favor we all know about.
Euphoria was huge, right? But then after that, what was next?
After Euphoria was
it 616?
616 in LA.
616 in LA. So the first minute of 616, it kind of seemed like he was just, kind of on his shit. And then, like, kind of just rapping.
You know what I think he did with 616 in LA? He made it feel like he had emptied the clip.
For the first minute, it felt like he did.
I think he did that. I think he played dead on purpose. He played dead, like, oh, this is all I got. I'm gonna hit him with my last shot. My
lyrical miracle. He was going and we was kind of like bobbing our head, but like, what is this?
Yeah, because we were even talking about it. Yeah. We were like, damn, we didn't even need that. Like, that kind of took away the essence of Euphoria. Like, I don't even double back to that song, really.
I listened to it because what it does after Euphoria and he's talking to shit, what it adds to the whole beef is a big fucking question mark. Because he was like, hey, bro, you ever think that OVO was working for me? He was like, nah. Then... After that, we finally get that response from Drake. Late night, it was a Friday night. Tonight is Sunday. So
and I slept through the shit.
48 hours ago. I work late, so I was just about to get off work. And the homie was like, yo, Drake just dropped. I'm like, oh, shit. So, Family Matters is the name of the track.
Yeah,
Family Matters.
That was so clutch for you.
This nigga Drake, I'm going to give him his props. I think he had like 3 beat switches. He came in at like the tail end of drop and give him 50. My beef is that he didn't keep it on Kendrick, even though the third verse was all on Kendrick. And I'm really trying to keep it PG. Nobody trying to keep it PG in a fucking rap beef, nigga. That's your fucking problem right there. And he got his little shit off about a couple of people, but then he really did go on Kendrick and hit him with some hard shit at the end, calling him a wife beater. But There's also some shit in here he said that I didn't like.
Which was what?
So number one was when he tried to flip it and say, well, maybe you're Michael Jackson and I'm Prince because Michael was trying to change his features to be white, blah, blah, blah. Look, we done already known what happened with Mike. With the vitiligo, he's been vindicated as not being the one that's out there touching the boys and all that shit. Mike is a black hero, and I don't like that shit. That shit made me mad. And then when before that, he said about you acting like you're still trying to free the slaves. Like if you're supposed to be one of us, you should have said trying to free us, try to free the slaves. Then he's just talking about his money good and all this shit. I was like, I think it wasn't hard enough. I don't know if Drake is incapable of doing that shit. Yeah. I don't know if Drake is just not capable of going that far, or he don't want to go that far. He don't got that kind of blood in him. Like I don't know if you remember back in the day when a nigga called Drake glitter blooded, and that nigga's too.
Here's the thing. Got
it for it. I didn't think it was good enough.
Drake has that blood in him. The problem is Drake is too focused on everything. It's like you said, he needs to just be focused on Kendrick. He needs to come with the bars. He's too worried about trying to hit all his enemies with one shot. He trying to be like Deadpool. You know, he did a little flit and got one bullet and hit like 3 niggas. He trying to do that. No. One bullet, one nigga. Bang. Like,
or a bunch of niggas. What's your bullet? Excuse me, one nigga. Like he should have focused on Kendrick.
And not only that, and he's still trying to chase a hit. Stop trying to make. Listen, we know you the man with the number. You got all the number ones.
We know that.
We know you can make a hit. Right now is not the time to try and make a hit.
Yeah, what's in question is whether or not you got that killer in you, and that's what you should have been going for.
Yeah, and this is one of those battles where you should not play around because this is your third time being beat up on by a lyricist. And the first two you ducked. You ducked the Joe Budden one. You ducked Pusha. And now you're not taking Kendrick as serious as you should.
Meek was supposed to be a lyricist, but he beat up on Meek. Meek was crashing out at the time. He almost can't even count it. That nigga really danced on him that one.
Listen, that was a Drake W. There was no coming back from that.
Big W. Yep.
And that's the thing. He's trying to chase that back-to-back W. But the thing is, back-to-back had funny quotables that were relevant to Meek Mill. Mm-hmm. You don't have any funny quotables on Kendrick. So you got to dig beneath the earth and come with, you got to channel that inner Wu-Tang or something like.
I mean, he said something about the nigga wife, how he, with a mixed chick, even though I think her mother is actually mixed and then her father is black. So she's like quarter white or some shit like that.
But what does that got to do anything?
Because Kendrick is on some panic. I was on some. Well, he's not really on it, but he kind of portrays as kind of blackened and black and black.
Absolutely. But my thing is this: why even bring that up? And your baby mama is whiter than white. His baby mama's whiter than your shirt.
But he not like on that super blackety black shit. He say nigga all the time, but he not on that blackety.
No,
black
he says nigger. Oh, wow. He don't even know how to say nigga.
Wow.
I seen the video clip.
Look, Drake had a different. That's the other part I don't think is fair. Drake had a different life before he started rapping, and now niggas is pulling off. But that's actually kind of the point, right?
No, that was during his rap time, though. He was a rapper during that time period.
Oh, when he had the blackface and all that kind of shit. But the funny shit about that to me, when he was even back when the Pusha T shit happened, that's when we all knew he wasn't part of the culture then. Because if he was part of the culture, there was no part of you that would have thought it was okay to make that fucking photo shoot.
Would have never done that.
I would never. We can talk about their black people not being given chances and all that shit in media and all that, but I am not putting on blackface. She out your fucking mind. Yeah. And that was almost like, yeah, let's get these niggas out here to do some blackface. But, oh my God, I can't believe he did it.
Yeah. I hate the picture so much. I never really looked at it in detail. When I looked at it in detail the other day, because, obviously it's resurfaced. Mm-hmm. Did you see his outfit?
Yeah, it's a clown outfit.
Well, no. You see what was written on it? It was like the you remember the old Looney Tune cartoons with the little crows? It said Jim Crow and all that all over his shirt and stuff.
Yeah, it was supposed to be symbolism.
Yeah, I was just
didn't come off that fucking way.
Yeah,
it looked like he was rocking like their logo, promoting that shit.
Yeah, in blackface, promoting it in blackface.
Oh my God! And the other thing, a black person wearing blackface is extra crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what was the last shit we was on? We was on Family Matters.
Family Matters.
But we didn't really even get a chance to really, really dissect everything about Family Matters because within an hour...
Well, before you go there...
Go ahead.
I will say I give Drake props on Family Matters because of some of the bars he had towards Kendrick in there. I like that he tried to coincide it with a video drop as well.
That kind of hurt him.
I mean, it was. I didn't say it was good. I'm talking about his attempt. Like, he's trying to go the extra mile because he's like, I'm dropping a music video. I mean, the dude even went to a used car lot to find a car similar to Good Kid, Mad City's
Which
cover.
Is perfect because that leads us to Kendrick Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
In this video, this nigga supposedly gets this van and crushes it, takes it back to car and crushes it, thinking this is him flexing.
Yeah.
But this is feeding into the next blow that Kendrick is about to hit him with. And then he's got the same thing. He's like, I guess that's supposed to be his wife's ring, all this shit. And he's thinking he's flexing. But again, as Kendrick said in the previous song, you ever think that OVO was working for me? Mm-hmm. That nigga already knew all of this and had, within 50 minutes, a rebuttal track where the picture that he had from 616 is now expanded. Which means he had this ready before you even dropped this shit.
Yeah.
Did she have the nigga's Ozempic prescription in that shit? Yeah.
Wasn't that like some Maybach gloves?
Some Maybach music
Were those
gloves?
like the gloves from like the Stay Scheming video or something like that?
I don't even remember. Maybach music gloves, which is funny because Rick Ross's plane went down here in Dallas the same night as well. Coincidence? Maybe. Also, what I say is Ozempic prescription, and it also had the pawn shop receipt for the ring and everything already fucking loaded up for this nigga. Then the next track what's after Family Matters was it Meet the Grams?
Yeah, Meet the Grams.
Fuck. Meet the fucking Grams. Bro.
Meet the Grams. I've admittedly only listened to this once because it was so brutal.
I know why, bro. So let me paint the picture for you.
Okay.
I'm getting off work. It's about midnight, 12:15.
Yeah.
For 30 minutes now, I know that this track is out here. But I'm like, I need to hear this and Drake shit. I listen to Drake shit first. So I'm driving down the highway at night, pitch black. I hear Drake shit, Drake rapping his ass off. Still wish he would have focused on Kendrick, but that was hard.
Yeah.
I said, okay.
It was good.
Yep.
And I liked it better than Push-Ups.
Yeah.
It was good.
I was like, all right, Drake, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Same thing, break that song down, the first verse with the old beat. I was like, And then when he switched it up, I was like, okay, this is the fuck I'm talking about. Let's do this, Drake. All right. I said, okay, that was pretty good.
All right.
Let's
anger. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, Kendrick,
let's get to it.
What you gonna do? Because you stepped on this nigga shit by putting it out right after. What you gonna do, nigga? I'm listening to this shit in silence. I'm not like, I'm like,
yeah.
And then as this nigga's telling him he lied, the he lied is echoing in ears.
Yeah.
He lied. I'm driving the shit like this shit. I didn't listen to it again that night. I was like, bro, that was just me. My brother posted about that shit on Facebook, and that's what I posted. I was like, nigga, that shit was just mean, bro. That shit was just fucking mean. You talk to this nigga kid, dude. The first line, I was like, stank face.
Yeah.
Talk to this nigga mama. Talk to this nigga daddy. Talk to a daughter who may or may not be true, that has not been corroborated, and then got on this nigga. Told his fucking mom and dad for the women out here to be safe, this nigga's gotta die.
Yeah.
Then he hit him with the colonizer shit. This shit was like when you said I only listened to it once, I was like, I understand.
Yeah.
Because that shit, it like kind of changed the energy for me a little bit. And I was like, oh damn, does Drake even respond to this shit? Are we just gonna sit here?
You can't. It's like it's like you have to, and then you can't at the same time. It's like, how do you respond back to somebody calling you a colonizer, saying you basically?
But think about this. He's right.
Who is?
Kendrick.
Okay, yeah.
What is one of the things that every country is pissed off that the old colonizers did? They bought the expensive items that were important to that culture and took it out of that culture and put it in the museum for their own enjoyment and won't give it back. What has Drake been doing? Pac's ring, Pharrell's chain, a couple other people's shit that's not his, so he can have this fucking museum to himself to say how great he is.
The Pusha mic, because remember he was a fan of Pusha before. The signed mic, he's been over here just
doing colonizer shit, nigga.
Yeah, it's Thanos
going into other communities,
collecting stones
and mining them for money and what they're known for, and taking it back. And like we all kind of known this, but as long as the nigga kept us all dancing and shit, we kind of didn't really trip. But here's the thing. the culture, as Kendrick is saying, has come together and they're tired of this. You know what's funny is about a week or two ago, Kanye, when he did that little weird interview, when he added his little bullshit to fucking like that, he said, "I love to see it that the industry is getting together to take down Drake." We was like, "Nigga, what you talking about?" He knew. He knew this was happening, and that's what's happening. This nigga, they said, I think he texted like B dot or something like to that today saying some shit. That nigga was like, put it out, talked about, fuck that. Niggas really in their feelings. And like, bro, they jumping on Vlad because now we're like, fuck all these colonized niggas that's pulling out of the culture. Kendrick knew this was happening. Not only that, all this shit he was talking about with the moles and all that kind of shit he did, and it's all these motherfuckers helping take down Drake. And let me put this on there too. I feel bad for Drake. You know why? Because I think Drake really does love the culture. I think he really does love the culture. I think he loves rap. He loves to be part of it, but he let it all kind of get to his head.
I don't know. I'm not rocking with that. Only because he was an actor first.
Yeah. So you think he's acting like this just to get money?
This nigga could have been acting the last 15 years for all we know.
True shit, it's possible, but I just don't think so. I think Drake. I feel bad for him in the fact that he did or does love the culture, but he kind of just lost his way. And then the shit with him. So another thing is this nigga has a problem with women. Not just we're not even talking about the underage shit that niggas brought up. We ain't even got to the last fucking track, right? He has a problem with women, and I think he has sort of a slight sex addiction where having sex and being with women validates him, right? It does to all men to some degree, right?
Because he used to never get pussy.
Okay, you said it. Because I was thinking, we all seen, look, Kendrick said it, once a lame, always a lame. We all seen and know niggas that did not get bitches before they got, and I knew it from the start, Drake was a nigga that didn't get no bitches before. We all seen them before, and it never fucking changes. All of us niggas, like either we built ourselves into something that got women or we just naturally got them before, but you can always fucking see the difference between niggas, and when they didn't get no bitches and they get some money, they still a lame nigga, they still don't know what the fuck they doing, and they throw a bunch of fucking money at whatever the fuck they doing. So I feel bad for him on that end because I think he really does. I really do think. I could be wrong, obviously, but I think he really does love hip hop and all that shit. But he done turned himself into like the worst thing that we hate about it. And he's got too many. That reminds me of something else Joe Budden said. Remember he said a lot. Remember one of his last podcasts, he said rap was over for these niggas. There's only a few rappers, blah, 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 right? Yeah. And some rappers can't fail because they got too many hands in their pocket to let them fail. I can only really think of one person that could be. And that's Drake. Yeah. Right now, they're scrubbing his fucking social medias and all this shit for anything pedophile related and shit, which then leads us to the next fucking track. Like that. Now, Kendrick has shown us his range from rapping on beats from various people. And we know niggas is on his side because he got a beat from fucking Alchemist, right? He got a beat from, I can't remember old boy's name, that was Taylor Swift's fucking producer. And now this last one is Mustard. West Coast as hell. As soon as you hear that shit, you want to start crip walking.
They're not like us.
Call that nigga a fan, a freak ass nigga.
6'9" God.
6'9", 69 God. He said, trying to strike a chord, but it's probably A minor. And even better, the song is in B minor, except for certain parts that are in A minor. And in order to be in A minor, you have to hit all white keys. But the reason why it wasn't in A minor the whole time, because he ain't the kind of nigga that's always trying to be around A minors. Deep, diabolical.
He still got it. Yeah, he still got it.
He said he got fucking more. Like, look, this Not Like Us track was like another one. This one wasn't as mean, but it's still, now this nigga styling on
you. No, this is the victory lap. This song basically symbolizes I won, and now we just dancing on your body.
I don't think he won though. Here's what I hear.
You don't think Kendrick's won?
It ain't over yet, so he ain't won yet. So how does Drake come back?
How does Drake? That's you about to ask me?
Yeah. How does Drake come back? Drake has to do a Muhammad Ali rope-a-dope style. Let Kendrick keep throwing. Eventually, he's going to empty the fucking clip.
I don't think so.
And you save your strength while he's emptying these clips, but you keep baiting him to throw. No, listen to me. Yeah. You keep baiting him to throw. Eventually, he's going to run out. Hopefully, it doesn't tear your ass apart while he's emptying
But he might
the clip.
not, because what I'm hearing, Kendrick is the nigga where you give him a couple of beats, he goes in a room, writes, and he comes out with like 10 songs.
Yeah, but some of them songs are shooting blanks. That's like saying I went 4 rounds with my girl, but you only nutted on fucking 2 of them.
But
you was shooting blanks the last 2.
Okay, so look at...
So I'm just saying, let's listen to this.
Okay.
Once he starts throwing too many blows, because there's such a thing as too many, and they start to get a little empty, you've been holding back a little bit of strength to stay through it.
Okay.
And then you start throwing fucking slugs at the end to finish off. Because it doesn't matter who's winning or losing. Yeah. It's who wins and loses, who's standing at the end. That's the only way Drake can do this shit is stay in it, let him throw his blows, rope-a-dope style, take the blows, and save your shit and then knock his ass out at the end when
But
it's
here's
high.
the thing. I mean, we just listened to Family Matters, and we thought it was a pretty good track. But the way it sounded to me, I think he already emptied his clip on Kendrick. He don't got nothing on this nigga. This nigga don't come outside. You ain't got nothing. He wasn't He wasn't on the internet acting a fool 10, 15 years ago.
I mean, you're right. I'm just saying that would be the
all you can do is lie. Like at this point, he has to become like one of those battle rappers. You know, I got 45 guns in the clip, and he got to rap like that. And then they're gonna look at exactly. They're gonna look at him like he's stupid. But he has nothing more he can say. Like at this point, he has to just make up lies or regurgitate something he's already said. And then if he does that, they're gonna be like, "We've heard that already." That's why, you know how we said focus on Kendrick? That's why he hasn't focused on Kendrick. Because he can't rap against Kendrick for 5-6 minutes. He ain't got nothing to say. That's why he's sprinkling all these other niggas in there to fill the track up. They're the filler.
Wow.
They're the filler. Think about it. What can he say about Kendrick?
Well, the point is supposed to be we don't know, right? He's supposed to dig up shit. But one thing I did get the feeling of, and you're right, was this last track, the Family Matters, that was supposed to be the bomb. I'm pretty sure that was a bomb. Some people say he got a red button.
You know it was the bomb. This nigga came with a whole video. Went and bought a car, hung out at the damn junkyard. Like that was his bomb. That was his bomb.
Had to do that fucking new Ho King fucking dressed up in fur.
That was his bomb. And you know what? Here's the thing. Had Kendrick been a slow writer, that bomb may have worked. But that was the best stepped on product I have ever seen in my life.
That's because he saw it coming.
I have never seen somebody step on something so bad. He dropped that fucking spooky time track, and it literally, you forgot all about Family Matters. That's how bad it was.
Yep. Yeah, really.
That's how bad it was. Like, it was, you know how Drake's always saying scary hours? Nigga, that was scary hours.
It was.
Like, that wasn't even the song where I was like, yeah, oh, ah, ooh. Like, I'm sitting there listening like a fucking, I was Charlie Chaplin, my nigga. I'm just sitting there like, I was like, yo, this nigga Drake got to catch his fade. Like,
the fucking beat. We're like, oh, so bad. That's kind of what he could do now, too. He could just run up on Kendrick and beat his ass.
You know, honestly, at this point, that's what he would have to do. But here's the thing: where are you going to do it? You better go catch that nigga in Brooklyn. Don't try that in Compton. You might not make it back to your jet.
I mean, get your boys. You say you got niggas. You got enough money to pay for some security. Gather them niggas up.
You ain't
roll
got that
up in
much
the
money.
Fucking content.
You ain't got that much money.
Come outside and catch the fade.
Listen, rest in peace to the greats. But nobody's untouchable when they come to the West Coast. Look at all our greats. They all come to the West Coast and die.
I mean, does Vegas count as the West Coast?
Yeah. That's absolutely the West Coast.
It's in driving distance, right? So, yeah.
That's absolutely the West Coast. Pac, Biggie, Nip. Nigga, the West Coast don't play.
Yeah, they will catch your ass slipping. That's what I'm saying. Like,
and I'm not going in Kendrick's backyard acting up.
I mean, I will go with a full bodyguard with body gear and AKs and shit, black van bulleted up, and then pull up on that nigga shit on camera and be like, come outside and catch this fade right now.
See, and you can't even do it like that because now you fucking up your marketing and your brand dollars.
Fuck that, bro. Fuck, that's where he's at.
So you're saying at this point he's got to go fuck off like a couple $100 million?
Yeah, and if he beat this nigga ass, you know how much shit he can talk off this for years?
But I think he has more to lose if he does that because
you might be right.
Because first of all, have you ever seen Kendrick before? In person?
Not in person? Nah.
That's a little ass nigga. Like when I went to the show, he's tiny.
Yeah, the little niggas is the ones to look out for.
He's tiny. He's tiny. But here's the scary thing. This nigga's always working out and shit, so you can't underestimate him. What if you come at this little nigga and he knock you out?
Yeah, he fucking...
You're done.
Tornado.
You're done. It's like, what's the nigga? Not Glasses Malone. Who was that nigga? Was it Spider Loc? One of them West Coast niggas. Remember when the game had his cell phone and ran up on him and was serving that nigga in the bushes?
Yeah.
Where that nigga at today? He was talking all that gangster shit when the game ran up on him and knocked his ass out.
I'm saying I feel like that's where he's at now. He's got to square up. I don't think he's gonna win. I guess I'll go on the record and say I'm not sure if Drake has it in him to do what needs to be done to survive this, because the other part of it is the whole culture is turning on him now. If you watch on fucking Twitter, it's so bad they even canceling other niggas like Vlad. Like, the whole shit is, they're like, you know what, man, we are sick of your fucking shit. And now all these niggas is just coming out of fucking nowhere, and the internet is kind of turning on this nigga.
And then when it comes to the rap shit, you got Alchemist, Mustard, Metro Boomin, basically the hottest producers in the game. That's like, hey nigga, anything you need, we got you. We don't fuck with Drake either.
You know what the rumor is for the next beat coming out, right? It's supposed to be fucking Griselda's beat makers, Derringer and what's the other dude name? Conductor Williams. Conductor Williams made a beat for Drake, so maybe not, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Like them kind of niggas, you know, that's that old school New York boom bap shit.
Yeah.
And he say he gonna drop. They say he gonna drop another. Well, we should look at our phones.
Hey, listen,
to see if this motherfucker drop one now.
Kendrick out there doing his little burpees out there in Brooklyn on a roof somewhere.
Bro, I'm about to pull my shit out and see if this nigga drops something, because you never fucking know.
Whoa.
How was that? You need to stop thinking of gay shit all the time. That's what the fuck you need to do. Let's see. Nope. Okay, so far nothing.
Nah, I think we're safe. Ain't nothing gonna come out.
You never know, man. Who knew that shit was gonna happen the other night?
No, because I think right now, like you said, he's got insiders. Mm-hmm. So he probably knows Drake is at a point right now where Drake's like, all right, I gotta let shit cool down, because I gotta do damage control, because this nigga did some damage. You know, and then he's talking about the 11-year-old girl or whatever. Mm-hmm. As you know, Kendrick, his music and his songs has so many entendres that it's like you got to just decipher everything. Like, I was listening to the song before you pulled up to do the podcast.
Which one?
The last one,
like that. Not Like Us.
Yeah. And then as I'm sitting there jamming to it, and I'm thinking about the 11-year-old girl thing, I was like, you know what? I was like, I think I know. I was like, do I? I was like, maybe. Is that what he meant? So right now, I guess there were allegations in the past that this nigga, you ever seen that show Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Okay, the Millie Bobby Brown chick, when she was underage, her and Drake were buddy and texting one another. Yeah. Like, there's video proof of that. They were talking about that in interviews.
That's gross.
Exactly. So
that nigga was like 31 at the time? Some shit.
He
32?
was in his 30s and she was underage. So I was starting to think about it, like, on the show, her name is 11. Do you think Kendrick was using the 11 when he was talking about daughter to have some kind of tricky thing? You know, because because I don't think this nigga Drake has had a kid out there for the last 11, 12 years or whatever.
Because that mean he would have had to done that like right when he started popping and shit.
I think it would have been leaked by now. So that's when I was like, Kendrick don't say nothing just to say it. If he said 11, he said that number specifically for a reason. I'm like, I think the 11 is tied into Millie Bobby Brown on Stranger Things, because her name on the show is 11.
Wow.
You know, and then they got videos surfacing when he was early on in his rap career. He's on stage with underage girls, caressing them on stage, kissing on their neck, talking about your breasts feel nice.
Yes, but in his defense, to be honest, once he supposedly found out her age on stage, he stopped doing all that. But that's only because it was said out loud, so you got to be like, oh, we want to do that.
Okay. That's fine. As far as, listen, he could have never done that again the rest of his life. But the fact of the matter is, he did do it the one time, and it's on video. So, you know.
And then the pictures he got with that one 16-year-old chick, I can't remember what her name is, where he like cheek to cheek with her and shit. Like,
so it's like you got to look at that behavior, and then the Millie Bobby Brown thing happened after that stage thing. So it's like, come on, bro, you ain't learned your lesson. Come on, what do you even have to text a little girl about?
Bro, Drake has banged so many of these fucking chicks out here. He's just coming down. You know what he don't realize is he is only a couple of years away from R. Kelly. Every bunch of people when R. Kelly was popping, there was a lot of money around. He had the money and the power to keep this bubble around and to keep him from getting in trouble. And when his shit finally fell off and it popped, everybody that was protecting him turned on him, started turning his shit in. Now this time they can not wait until the money dropped.
Well, R. Kelly never had as much money as Drake,
but he had enough money for a while to keep the bubble going.
But Diddy also had more money than Drake, and look where Diddy's at today. So hey, all the money don't mean everything.
Yeah,
if they want you, they gonna get you.
I'm just saying he out here doing fuck shit, and I think he think the money is gonna protect him from, all the stuff he be doing. Especially when I heard he, I hadn't even heard. I even looked up because it's all the internet brings everything up about him fucking Lil Wayne's girl while he was in jail.
Oh yeah, when he went to go do that bid. Yeah,
and then there's an interview with him talking about it, like Wayne talking about it afterwards. At first he was saying like it wasn't nothing. Then he was like I was still hurt. And then when the girl's like, oh, you still hurt? He was like, no, yeah, he was. He was mad about that shit.
But you know what? At the end of the day, Lil Wayne let it rock because
money.
Drake was making all that money for him while he was gone. You can't fuck that up.
The rumor is he bombed on that nigga as soon as he got out of jail.
Probably. Listen, I'm not saying you would do it, but you'd be like, damn, this nigga, I'm gone. D did this fucked up shit. I got this like 20, 40, whatever million a year rolling in.
Punch him in the face and be like, all right, we good.
Right. Like, hey, nigga, that was fucked up what you did. We gonna get this money, but that was fucked up what you did. You know what I'm saying? Well,
and Wayne ain't really said nothing this whole time. Wayne ain't really said nothing about Drake or anything like that in a minute. He kind of been doing his own thing.
I mean, I think at this point he's over it, but I think shortly after that happened, you could start to see the disconnect. Like, they weren't as active together as they once were. Like, of course, he's going to do a song here and there, but remember before, it was almost like they were damn near doing mixtapes together. Like, they was always just banging it out together. Pause.
Yo, when you started making a slapping sound, I was like...
But listen, you audio listeners, if you were watching the video, you would know I was just making a pound sound to my hand. But anyway, but yeah, so yeah, I didn't see this coming. Pause for Drake. Like I did not see the industry just like flipping the script on him like this.
Nah, definitely not.
But it does make sense when you think about it. The industry, I mean, they can't stand this nigga. However, he's a cash cow. So the minute he slowed up on making other people get money, he doesn't do as many features as he used to. He's not doing as many rap songs with these rappers like he used to. Like do you see how bored he is with rap? This nigga's over here making dance albums and all kinds of bullshit.
We was just talking about that shit a couple pods ago, how shit was whack now.
Yeah. So, and then, he sold most of his back catalog. He got some kind of deal. I guess it was at the time worth like $500 million or something like that. So he probably was like, "Look, man, I cashed out," and he probably got some new kind of structured deal now where he does little favors here and there, and they got to drop the bag. And who knows? It probably eats up the rapper's budget, Because look at it this way. Let's say you Rick Ross. Let's say you Future, right? I'm Drake. I used to do songs with you on the Humble all the time. Now it's like, now I'm talking to your label, and I'm like, oh, you want me to do something with this nigga? All right, well, I'm going to need $5 million. And now they come back to you. All right, we're going to get this Drake song, but, the budget kind of tight now because we got Drake. And it's like, why is it tight because we got Drake? Oh, this nigga want $5 million. We got to give it to him. But that's the homie. Well, the homie won $5 million. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And he probably on some shit like that, on some boss shit. He used the culture to get to where he at. Now he's a vulture.
Now the niggas turning on him.
Yeah, y'all niggas is gonna pay.
All these niggas is beefing. All these niggas is talking shit about Drake. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, because he probably done switched up. Think about it. I'm gonna take y'all niggas' money. I've been fucking all y'all bitches. It's like,
and I heard he's like really deep into this bot shit, Twitter bots and all that kind of shit. So they see him manipulating, the narrative, if you will, and all like that. Like, man, fuck this nigga. Yeah, it's crazy out here. And that's so that leads us to where we at now. The last track to drop was Not Like Us, which has niggas dancing. I done seen videos of motherfuckers in the club dancing.
OV ho. Said OV ho.
Niggas is remixing it and shit. Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I seen a video clip from the club the other day. They was they was getting it. They was getting it last night.
You know, the West Coast love that shit.
Mm-hmm. They was all out there on the floor, sea walking, just having a good old time. Like, yeah.
Oh man. So now it's like, and now you see, like I said, Drake's camp is like trying to scrub shit off the internet for him, and you know, they're trying to do damage control, and it just kind of leads to how we just saying, you know, out of the culture, like most of us, we don't got publicists doing damage control and deleting our old tweets and all that other kind of bullshit. Mm-hmm. That's what he got going on right now. And it just make it seem like he's even more like, I don't think he was an industry plant from the beginning, but he's become a media darling, and like I said, he's too big to fail almost. Like he's getting, you know, corporate bailouts like a fucking, like the airplane companies and shit was.
Yeah.
It's wild. But like I said, it ain't over yet. We could be like, this is over. That nigga's done. And then he pop out with something.
Yeah. I've already started scrubbing some of my shit online.
Yeah.
Yeah, because listen, bro, Twitter back in 2009, 2010, it was the Wild Wild West. We was out there acting a fool, saying all kinds of shit.
Yeah, I barely even posted on Twitter, so I don't think.
So those of you, here's a quick tip for you creatives out there. Some of you probably know this, but if you go to your profile on Twitter and then you go to the search bar from your profile, you can search your tweets. So what I did was, I one word at a time searched for all the bad words, and I looked at what I said. I looked at stuff like bitch, fuck, gay, fag, all that shit. I looked all that stuff up, and I seen some of the stuff I was saying. I was like, oh my, delete.
Yeah, you know, people. I didn't really post too much anyway, but yeah, some shit was quote unquote unacceptable to say. I was even thinking like some old raps we did back in the day and thinking like some lines. I was like, that line wouldn't have went over well now.
Nah, he had some good lines, man. These gangster dudes, Langston Hughes.
Yeah, but I had a couple of the classic attacking the niggas' masculinity, calling them gay, all that kind of shit. Yeah. That shit, you know, it wouldn't have went over so well.
Yeah, nah, that shit's gone forever. Thank goodness. What the fuck is you gonna do now? 'Cause we ain't fucking around.
Wow.
With you silly clowns. Nah.
So, it's what did Joe Budden call this shit? The beef cast? That sounds hella gay. I'm surprised when niggas never paused that shit.
Cast?
Yeah, they calling that shit.
What the fuck is that?
Podcast talking about beef. They call it the beef cast. So I was like, that shit sounds gay to the for niggas that be pausing all the motherfucking time. I would
never talk about no shit like that.
Just talking about, you know, this shit right here.
Man, we're talking about the quarrels in the industry right now.
So speaking of which, one last thing. I don't know if you heard about, but this nigga Metro Boomin. Have you seen what the fuck he did?
I've seen two things.
This nigga put out that BBL Drake beat and was like...
And he's made a challenge.
Challenge. It's like best verse gets a Metro Boomin beat, and all these rappers out here is going fucking crazy. Dropping some solid shit too. Mm-hmm. That's like, nigga... Again, we in unprecedented times right now.
This is crazy. Like we're witnessing history right now. This is all kinds of wild rap history.
For sure.
I mean, Drake told him, "Shut up, nigga, go make them drums." He's like, and that's what he did. He can't rap. Well, he might be able to rap. Who knows? I mean, I think when you black, it's in your blood. Everybody can rap.
Yeah, he's
to some degree.
But that motherfucker was like, I'm gonna use my superpowers, and which was like, here's a dope beat, y'all niggas can rap over it.
He put a little sample. He found a sample online. And he put that shit on there. The BBL Drizzy.
Yeah. And it was like, best one wins. Oh shit.
Now, supposedly he's dropping a diss track too, though, or at least some bars.
Yeah, because Drake hit him with the shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga. And then he had like a Mexican mariachi band or some shit doing that shit. Trolling ass, money throwing ass nigga. And I know the motherfuckers is mad about that shit. Now this fucking beat, this fucking not like us shit becomes a summertime anthem, because you know niggas is already remixing this shit.
It's going to be one of the songs of the summer.
Because he got that call to action and shit at the end of it, telling niggas to dance and step like this and all this kind of shit.
They're going to be playing that shit. DJ's going to tear that shit up. So he going to hear that shit everywhere he go.
Yeah.
Unless he tells them, don't play this shit if I'm in the building type shit. But that shit is going to be played, especially on the West Coast.
Oh, yeah. Especially.
So here's the thing. A nigga like that, he eventually got to go to the West Coast to get bread. Like, you can't be in that kind of industry and never touch L.A.
Yeah, remember he told him, I'm bigger in your city than you. I can come out there anytime. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Then Wilson say, Oakland be your last stop, nigga. Come out here.
Better go hang out in Modesto or something, my nigga. Like,
you said Modesto, damn. I don't know, man. Again, like, I don't ever want to count out a rapper like the size of Drake. Pause.
Whoa.
I knew you was going to do it.
Let me just get back to what you were just saying. You were saying, what does Drake have to do? Like, how does Drake come back from this? Okay.
I gave mine. What's yours?
This is it. This is how Drake comes back from this. And this is the only way he can come back from this. Before he had all this money and he was all extra comfortable, when he was in his Drizzy Drake mode, he's got to go back to that, where he would do those songs where it would say like a certain time in the city. I think the streets call it timestamp Drake.
Yeah, but what's the name? Kendrick already took that from him.
I'm not so much saying that, but I'm saying he's got to go be that guy. Because when he turns into that guy, that's the Drizzy Drake. When he shows up as Drizzy Drake, he means business. Like, I forgot the one is one that's something time in Toronto.
Yeah, you don't think he was doing that shit though here? You don't think he was doing that shit, like being serious? I mean, he was trying to be Drizzy Drake. He had to be, bro.
He has not. I think now, if he responds, he's going to take it serious. I think to this point, he still hasn't taken it serious. Like you said, this nigga's doing mariachi bands and shit. This nigga's playing around. Kendrick
that was before. This Family Matters shit was serious for him.
That was serious. That one was serious. But he's still not taking it serious because it was not completely directed at Kendrick. He still is giving Kendrick features on his disses. He needs to give that nigga the whole clip.
Yeah, Taylor Made was the only one that was like all Kendrick.
And then that still was playing around. Nigga, you rapping as Pac and Snoop. You playing around, dog. You fucking Drake. Walk in there and do that shit. Do what you got to do. Like, imagine fucking Lloyd Banks hopping in the booth and all of a sudden I'm going to rap like as if I'm fucking Roscoe Dash or some dumb shit. Like, you be looking at Banks like, nigga, what are you doing? That's how we looking at Drake. Quit playing. Kendrick's not for play.
I don't think he is playing.
The last nigga you was able to play with, you won only because you caught him lacking, and that was Meek.
Yep. When another nigga came prepared, it was going so nuclear, you backed out. And you know what, man? Maybe that's why at the time, Drake was still in a deal where people could tell him to back off. His current deal, it ain't like that, which is why he jumped in on this shit and went all the way along. But them niggas probably saw this shit coming like, hey, bro, don't jump into fucking mud with these niggas.
I would love to be, I wish I could have a conversation with Push like, hey, is this stuff that Kendrick's saying today is what your surgical summer was going to be? Because I wonder.
Maybe.
Because I wonder.
Well, they all got together. Was like, let's get this nigga up out of here. And he just called around. What you got? Okay, I'm gonna throw all this shit out on this.
Yeah, and then supposedly, and this is the scary part. Supposedly, Kendrick's still not done. He's still not done.
That's what they say.
Yeah, because I was just telling you when they when the 616 in LA dropped, I was telling you I was like, and supposedly this nigga got some more, and then that's when I went to bed. And you ended up hearing it, and I wake up and fucking Twitter was on fire. I was like, what the fuck is this?
It was going up at night, and then the rest of the world waking up in the morning. We had niggas in the UK giving they fucking take on this shit.
I'm listening to this shit, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And then not even less than 24 hours later, this nigga dropped the club banger.
This beef, has become a cultural phenomenon because have you ever heard of a person called XQC?
No.
XQC is a white streamer from like fucking Germany or some shit.
Okay.
This nigga is doing reactions to this shit.
Okay.
Because all the content creators is eating crazy out this. This motherfucker don't be into rap. He got like, all these streamers know each other. So he got some streamer friends who may be into it. Maybe he knows Kai Cenat or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
But this is not this nigga's fucking lane. But this shit is so fucking big. Even people like him who made their money doing Fortnite videos and fucking what's that other shit that motherfucker do? That blocky ass Lego looking ass game, Minecraft videos and shit. Now these motherfuckers doing it because the views is just there. Everybody loves this shit so much. Motherfuckers cannot wait to get. I mean, y'all motherfuckers is watching this shit because I'm sure we ain't the first ones y'all heard the whole shit on. You just want to hear more of it and see if anybody else got something else to say about this shit.
Bro, I was watching the NBA playoffs the other day and they were playing the fucking diss tracks at halftime.
Yeah.
Bro.
It's everywhere. It's a cultural phenomenon, and we are lucky enough to be here to witness and live this. This is the next. It's not really an ether-like track, right? But it's an ether moment. But that beef was so big, that's all we was talking about.
This is actually the finale. I hate to break it to you.
You think it's over?
No, this is the finale of. We're never gonna see this again. We're never gonna see 1A, 1B go head to head ever again.
Yeah,
this ain't never gonna happen.
because we seen.
And it's also because of the bar that they're raising right now. We're never going to see this
Nobody's
again.
going to want to do this.
Nobody, because if you're not bigger than them, it's career suicide.
And if you've been living outside and the other person hasn't, they got all the tea on you.
Yeah. So you guys enjoy this because this is it. This is the finale. You're never going to see this again.
Because that's what this shit has come down to, like who's dropping the most tea and being clever about this shit. And that's Pusha's fault, man. Pusha put it on this fucking level when he dropped all this shit on Drake, however many years ago that was. That was what, 2017, something like that. He dropped all that shit on the nigga with all the secret information. And now that's like what you do to talk shit about niggas, expose them for shit.
Yep. And, you know, I'm going to take this time to say that I really can't stand stands.
Oh, on either side. Yeah.
On either side. Like, when I'm on Twitter and I'm just like, you know, because that's my news feed. That's how I get the news. And it's like, I'm seeing these guys going to bat for their favorite, whoever they want to win out of this. And the stuff they be saying is just like Drake fans, for example. They'll be like, oh, well, Kendrick used to beat his wife. That's crazy how y'all not paying attention to that. And it's like, that's even weird that you're using that as a cop-out or something. Like, bro, the guy you're defending is over here fucking with little girls.
Yeah, but we also, the other thing too is that Kendrick said that in Mr. Morale that they had domestic issues and all this other kind of shit. So
I'm not defending Kendrick.
The fans know that already.
I'm saying how you're going about defending your artist in this situation.
But what I'm saying is you can't make that argument against a Kendrick fan because they already know that.
Yeah.
And have clearly forgiven him. So like they already know.
Yeah.
But any of them, and then, you know, some people, as you know, we talked about how many of the white keys and don't want to stay with a minor, and you talking about 11 Millie Bobby Brown. Those other niggas really get super, super deep, making up meanings that clearly aren't there. The Kendrick fans on double, triple, eighth entendres and all this other kind of shit. Yeah. It's the same kind of thing. So the Drake people seem to be in denial, and the Kendrick people seem to be overhyping it. That seems to be the way they go. Me, right now, if I had to say if we stopped right here and we had to declare a winner, I think most of us would agree, not all obviously, but most of us would agree that Kendrick got the leg up on this shit. But that by no means that Drake didn't come for the neck as best as he could. Like I said, I liked Push Ups and I really liked Family Matters. I thought he went off on that, but
Family Matters was his best effort, for sure.
But it wasn't good enough.
It wasn't enough. It was not enough. Kendrick was winning when he dropped Euphoria, and then when Drake dropped Family Matters, it was, in my opinion, either a tie or Drake was winning.
Yeah,
but
I
then
agree.
Kendrick dropped Meet the Grams and Not Like Us. Now it's just now it's a 20-point blowout in the playoffs. It's like, it's not even close right now. It's not even close, in my opinion. Not even a little bit. That's why I said the only way Drake can come back from this, he literally has to, this nigga has to rap like he's broke. You know how they say this nigga rapping like the rent dude? This nigga needs to rap like he's broke. He's too comfortable. He's playing games. You can't play games with Kendrick. He's a pure lyricist. And this nigga, he raps like all he does is read 4 books a day. I'm saying this nigga's vocabulary is crazy.
Not just that, his lyrical composition, the way he uses voice inflections to kind of...
This nigga dissed you by saying that he would raise your son. My nigga, think about that.
Told that nigga to listen to this when you were 18.
This nigga... oh, my God, bro. He basically gave this nigga what'd you call it when they turn 8? Like a trust fund. He gave him a trust fund. He gave him a trust fund advice or whatever. Like, yeah, when you turn 18, listen to this and da da da. Like, he emasculated this nigga. This nigga was talking to his mom and his dad by their government and was just telling them about their kid.
Told the pops, this nigga has been using you to validate himself. You should ask for more money.
Right.
It's so bad.
And then, then you got Metro, The Weeknd, Kendrick, they all saying that you got leaks in your camp, which he probably really does. Mm-hmm. He probably really does have like maybe 50 to 100 niggas in his circle. So now you fucked up this nigga shit, because now he's got to look at all these niggas and now he's got to figure out
which one of you motherfuckers. He can get put paranoid and fire everybody.
Yeah,
you can't. But then can he trust them new niggas too?
But then now you got a couple of niggas that's been in there since day one. But the day one nigga might be the mole. He might be tired of your shit. He might be. Who knows what goes behind them closed doors?
Yeah.
He might be a nigga with some morale.
Boo.
He might be a nigga with some morale, and he's sitting here looking like he tired of seeing it, allegedly. But he probably tired of seeing you doing little shady, illegal things with women and whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And he's probably stacked up enough bread to where he's like, you know what, I'm gonna find an exit. But as I exit though, I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna tear this nigga shit down.
So he don't go down when he go down, if and when he goes down.
Yeah.
I kind of get from the way that Drake's camp is moving by scrubbing all his past shit or whatever, that they're not going to respond, that they're just going to go silent and leave us alone.
First of all,
after Family Matters, I remember at the end of that verse, he said he was going on vacation. Remember that? He's like, I'm going on vacation.
I did.
So maybe he really thought this was going to be that knockout punch and just that's going to be over. But
it had the potential to be if Kendrick wasn't.
If he was dealing with somebody else.
If he was dealing with somebody else, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Here's the thing. Just like how Drake was on his ass about responding, if Drake doesn't respond to none of this shit, what are we on? Like the 5th, Cinco de Mayo or whatever? Mm-hmm. I give this nigga 3 weeks. If by
3 weeks?
Yeah. If he doesn't do it, by the end of the month, if this nigga Drake doesn't drop one of them timestamp records and try and assassinate this nigga verbally, it's a wrap. Kendrick's the winner, and if I hear anybody say Drake won this battle, I won't even talk to them. Like, I'll just block them, won't delete their number. Like, it's nothing to even talk about. If you think at this point in time, right now where we at with the diss, that Drake is winning, I don't even want to associate with you. I won't even argue. I'll just be like, oh, you think Drake won? Oh, okay, cool.
You know what? I'm going to give a clear take, too, and just put my stance on this. Even if Drake wins this, I wouldn't fuck with him no more like that. And I would still go with Kendrick for one reason and one reason only. I am black, but I'm also American. Okay. And I'll be fucking damned if I side with a fucking Canadian over an American. Never.
Yeah.
Never. And unless, obviously Kendrick is doing something disgusting or bad where it's like morally wrong and against any red-blooded American would do. But I'm not finna say this Canadian nigga out here that's most definitely eating off black American culture.
Yeah.
Is going to be the one that like wins. He ain't earned it for me and shit yet. Like, even if you heard me on other podcasts, I like his music. I'm not gonna say I like his music, but in this shit right here, I'm gonna be honest. I'm biased. I don't think I'm biased. I'll give the nigga credit, but I'm going for Kendrick because not only is he black, but he's American, bro. I'm not going for a fucking Canadian to beat my American homeboy. Fuck that.
Yeah,
that's.
I would say Kendrick's my favorite out of the two. But I still do like Drake's music. Yeah. Mostly the old stuff. Yeah. But I still do like his music. I got what I wanted out of this. I wanted a real good battle.
More than what you wanted out of this.
Yeah. I got a full, nigga, this was a Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah, oh shit.
Third plate.
We could stop right here. That's the thing. Like, I'm full. Like, I kind of don't even want anymore. Like, we good.
Yeah. Like I said, if this is the end of it, I'm perfectly fine. However, it is a W for Kendrick and it's an L for Drake.
And I'm a Cali nigga, so I'm definitely going for the Cali homie. Drake, you cool, man, but like you're fucking getting your ass whooped right now. And even if you come back with something, I'll be like, all right, you won, but I'm still fucking with Kendrick.
Timestamp Drake, that's it.
I mean, Kendrick even already did that. What are you gonna do?
I'm saying that energy. It's not so much the name of the song. I'm saying that energy. You. He got to come with that energy that it comes with on the timestamp. That shit that you did in Toronto, nigga. That's that energy right there.
And shoot a little quick video to go with it too. That same kind of shit. Niggas don't really care about that, right? Like
the video don't. I mean, the video helps, but you gotta be better than that last video he just did. Like, I see what he was trying to do, but nigga, this ain't what you thought it was. It didn't land how you thought it was gonna land.
This nigga Kendrick put up a fucking picture of your crib with a bunch of pedophile pin drops.
Oh my god, the pedophile pin drops. It was multiple, all up in every room in the embassy.
Yeah, goddamn, bro. We was like, oh my god. Woo. All of these shits, all the screen, the pictures, everything has just been fucking insane, bro.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
And like I know he's definitely getting help. So I can see Drake while he's saying 20v1. But honestly, Drake is so big, I don't know if any one rapper without a bunch of people behind him could take him down like this.
Could take Drake down?
Yeah, if Kendrick was not getting no help, and he was just rapping, I think it'd probably be even, more even. But the opposite goes because Drake is so big, he got the money and the clout to do other little shit on the side that other niggas is not doing. Other niggas ain't hiring mariachi bands and fucking around with the numbers and shit on the back end and Twitter bots and all this other kind of bullshit. He's got a lot of ways to manipulate shit because of his money and power.
Yeah.
So to even that shit out.
And the problem is he don't. Once again, we go back to the dirt. He ain't got no dirt on Kendrick, and he can't flip nobody. Kendrick's circle is tight. He can't flip nobody over there. Can't get no information.
He got literally said, oh boy, one of his niggas' kids would belong to his manager. Who you heard that shit from?
That's just lies, though. That's what I'm saying. All he doing is making up lies.
You think he made that up? He don't think somebody told him?
Here's my thing. I feel like they both making shit up, but this is what I'll say. Kendrick has provided more receipts than Drake has.
Literally receipts, nigga.
That's all I'll say about that. I think all battles, a lot of stuff gets fabricated.
Yeah, or exaggerated or whatever.
But my thing is, it's just like when like right now, I'm gonna say something and you're not even thinking about it. But once I say it, you're gonna be thinking about it. So it's like, all right, now if I was to like hit you in the left ear right now, your sound would be fucked up. I'm not gonna do it. But now you're thinking like, this nigga gonna hit me in the left ear? That's what Kendrick is doing. He's putting stuff in our head about Drake that just sticks. Everything he's saying is sticking. Drake stuff is just rubbing right off. It's water under the bridge. It's not sticking because Kendrick is saying all this stuff, and then here's all these blogs and fans and
internet receipts.
All this stuff comes out that all these stuff that people forgot about because we've been so busy. Dun, 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 dun. I'm on one. Fuck it, I'm on one. Like we just like we dancing around with Drake. We forgetting about all the shit he did to get here. Yeah, you know, it's just like the R. Kelly shit, bro. R. Kelly was pissing on bitches, but hey,
and we knew it.
Step in the name of love.
But then somebody put out something with the big enough microscope at the right time, and then to help it make it, R. Kelly himself crashed out on TV. He fucking shot himself. Drake, don't do no fucking interviews.
He doesn't do the interviews he does that I heard. He does the edits.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Talk about damage control.
Yeah, well, they definitely in damage control right now. And all the last thing to do is for this nigga to crash out. And I kind of think he already is by, you know, he keep posting on Instagram and shit. I'm like, nigga, shut up. Like, you shouldn't be saying nothing about nothing. You shouldn't even came out and deny somebody find my daughter, please. Putting out videos and other shit like that.
Because all this is what the internet does. It's the old bait and switch. You come out and you say, oh yeah, I wish y'all would find a daughter of mine, blah blah blah, and the internet's looking like, so that's all you're gonna address?
Yeah, like there's more, nigga.
It's more than you having a daughter. How about the daughters you've been fucking?
Yeah, niggas
that can't buy a pack of cigarettes.
That nigga told LeBron to keep your fucking family away from that.
Yo,
nigga.
That shit was crazy. Because now, once again, shit that sticks. Bron may or may have still hung out with Drake, but since he put that on wax now it's gonna look bad for the image because now that's in the head now. Now we like Bron. You bringing Bronny around this nigga?
That's what he say. We gonna be looking at you, and now that's
so now
he gonna have to.
He just so now this is what I'm saying. Kendrick ain't playing fair. He's over here crippling his relationships. He's like just breaking down walls at like straight up Warcraft shit. He's invading that nigga's base.
yeah. This is some of the craziest shit I ever saw, and the fucked up part is it might not be over. It might not be over. This nigga might drop some other shit. If Drake does not respond, I actually think Kendrick should just leave it at this.
So, but here's the thing. I think I can say this and feel very confident about it. I don't think we will ever have another rapper test Kendrick. I think Kendrick's battle.
No.
I think Kendrick's battle career is just going to end 1-0. He's just going to be undefeated. You know, he's just going to be 1-0 as the champ.
Yeah, no.
Because that's been one of the things they've always been saying. Oh, Kendrick's supposed to be the boogeyman. This nigga ain't been battle tested. This nigga ain't never been battle tested. But notice nobody ever came for him.
I mean, we knew. We said this even before the shit really blew up when we was talking about lyricists and who we thought was the deadliest. Yeah. We said it was Kendrick off top.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just listen to this nigga's raps, how diverse he is, how many ways he can rhyme. We was like,
yeah.
Nope.
I mean, he's the most we've always said he's out of the former big three, he was the most artistic one.
Yep.
Those are the niggas you want to be scared of in a battle because the most artistic rapper is the most creative rapper.
And they can see shit in a way you can't. And they'll dish you in a way you never would have fucking thought of.
Exactly.
See, with Cole will flip some words in a way you would not have thought could be flipped.
Cole was going to rap better than all of them. That was it. He was just going to rap better. Like, okay, this nigga spitting. But this, once again, then Kendrick go in his little fucking cave and he comes out with he uploads an audio to fucking YouTube that has you not even saying anything. You're just sitting here like, to the point where you want to make a GoFundMe for Drake. He was dissing this nigga so bad. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like,
that shit was bad.
Anything, I put whatever on your books, bro. I feel bad for you. You know what you need. I got a little $10 right here. Like,
bro, I tried to like watch some of the reactions, but especially for that Meet the Graham shit, like the song is like fucking 4 or 5 minutes long, but niggas' reactions is like 20 minutes because every other line, motherfuckers is pausing like, oh my God, like
if
this shit is
if
insane.
Kendrick drops another diss track, I'm gonna upload a reaction to YouTube. I'm letting y'all know that right now.
Yeah, good idea.
Next time this nigga drops something, I'm just gonna come right over here, set the camera up, open up the laptop, press play, and I'm gonna sit there and listen in real time. Because I think a lot of these people reaction videos be staged.
Yeah, because sometimes they rap the lyrics right after they just fucking heard it, like exactly like how you fucking do that.
Yeah,
and then like certain shit that hits, like their reaction isn't what I think it should be. There's definitely some people.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a real time one if Kendrick drops another. Because we gonna put some reaction videos up.
Niggas is eating off reactions off this shit.
Right.
I mean, shit, that's what we doing. This is a motherfucking reaction video. But we assume that you heard everything and we just giving our angles and our takes on it since, you know, it's kind
just on its totality from like that up to not like us.
I ain't got nothing else to say, bro. We can harp on this shit forever, but
yeah, I don't either. We could just go on and just end it. What I will say though is
that's what Kendrick Camp saying. We should just go on and end this.
What I would say is, if you're listening to this, you know, let us know what you think about the beef. You know, let us know who you think is winning, what could be done different, and what if you think Kendrick's winning and you like Drake, what can Drake do to come back and win on this? Let us know. Tell us what it is.
Or is it just to save face even on this shit, man?
Yeah, just save face.
Tell us your crazy takes, whatever you got.
Are we canceling Drake after this?
They're looking like the niggas are trying to cancel Drake after this shit.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, I don't really play R. Kelly like that no more. Sometimes I think about his music, but then I like read the room. I'm like, I don't want to lose the aux. I probably shouldn't play this.
I'm not gonna front. Every now and then I bump like R. Kelly song will come in like a mix or some shit, and I don't skip it. But do I be like, you know, I'm about to play a fucking R. Kelly fucking playlist? Nah, I don't do that. Because the nigga's lyrics is kind of tainted. You know, sometimes you hear shit, you're like, I can think of the little kids and shit. But anyway, you know who is getting fucking canceled? No, motherfucking Vlad. DJ Vlad, they taking care of your ass right now, which has been a long time coming, motherfucker.
Well, he's been eating off the culture for a long time. I always hated that shit. He got some money. He got enough money out of our pockets. He got all our reparations.
And with that,
like I always say, like, share, subscribe, and comment. This is Verbal Gunplay. Peace.
But when I get that feeling, I roll. XO.
like I said at the end of the podcast, if these niggas drop any more diss tracks following that last one, they're not like us. They're not like us. I was gonna do a reaction video. So, of course, in post-production, Drake drops a response. Looks like it's called The Heart Part 6. Those of you that are wondering, why did he call it The Heart Part 6, are clearly only a Drake fan, because you would know that that is kind of the build-up to Kendrick's projects, The Heart Part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I'm tired as shit, but I'm still gonna listen to this and give y'all my reaction video as promised. Not staged, all real. Let's go.
Pulitzer Prize winner is definitely spiraling. I got your fucking lines tapped, I swear that I'm dialed in. First I was a rat, so where's the proof of the trial then? Where's the paperwork in the cabinet it's filed in? 1090 Jake would've took all the walls down. The streets would've had me hiding out in a small town. My Montreal connect, stand up, not fall down. The ones that you getting your stories from, they all clowns. I am a war general, seasoned in preparation. My jacket is covered in medals, honor and decoration. You waited for this moment, overcome with the desperation. We plotted for a week and then we fed you the information. A daughter that's 11 years old, I bet he takes it. We thought about giving a fake name or a destination, but you so thirsty, you not concerned with investigation. Instead, you in that Venice studio, it's a celebration. You gotta learn to fact check things and be less impatient. Your fans are rejoicing, thinking this is my expiration. Even the picture you use, the jokes and the medication, the Maybach glove and the drug he uses for less inflation. Master manipulating, you bid on a speculation. You dumb and reactive, nigga, I'm petty with dedication. What about the bones we dug up in that excavation? And why isn't Whitney denying all of the allegations? Why is she following Dave Free and I miss the morale? You haven't seen the kids in 6 months, the distance is wild. Dave leaving heart emojis underneath pics of the child. Speaking of anything with a child, let's get to that now. This Epstein angle was the shit I expected. TikTok videos you collected and dissected. Instead of being on some disdirect shit, you rather fucking grab your pen and misdirect shit. My mom came over today and I was like, mother, wait a second. That's that one record where you say you got molested. Oh, fuck me, I just made the whole connection. This about to get so depressing. This is trauma for your own confessions. It's when your father leave you home alone with no protection, so neglected. That's why these pedophile raps and shit you so obsessed with. It's so excessive, they acting like it's so aggressive. But you just never known affection. I don't wanna dish you anymore, this really got me second guessing. Touch my body by Mariah Carey play, you probably start reflecting. I never been with no one underage, but now I understand why that's the angle that you really mess with. Just for clarity, I feel disgusted, I'm too respected. If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for the shit you just suggested, but that's not the lesson. Clearly there's a deeper message. Deep cuts that never healed and now they got infected. Like if Dave really fucked your girl and got her pregnant. Talk about big and resentment. Not sure how to ease the sentiment, the shit's too intimate. I'm praying you recover from both incidents. But you a piece of shit, so this shit really no coincidence. Drake is not a name that you gon' see on no sex offender list. Easy does it. You mentioned an A minor, but niggas gotta be sharp and tell the fans who was it. You thought you left D flat, D major. I slit your throat with the razor and do Rick Ross hair like that one flight from Malaysia. I'm your baby mama screensaver. Only fucking with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Browns. I never look twice at no teenager. I'm a fucking hitman. Yeah, bullets that I'm stuffing in each chamber. Your ass in extreme danger. Stop buying views and buy comments. You may as well keep the paper. Shit you about to need for later. I give a fuck about your streaming data. You can drop on less, I'll see you later. Yeah, maybe when you meet your maker. I don't wanna fight with a woman beater. It feeds your nature. If you still bumping R. Kelly, you can thank the savior. Said if they deleted his music, then your music is going to a hypocrite. I don't understand why these people praise you. Sounded like you said a commissary when he needs some paper. Album dropping soon, no wonder you turn a clout chaser instead of doing hard labor. Nigga, I see you when I see you like Fantasia. Whitney, you can hit me if you need a favor. And when I say I hit your back, it's a lot safer. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this shit was some good exercise. Like, it's good to get out, get the pen working. You would be a worthy competitor if I was really a predator and you weren't fucking lying to every blogger and editor, but it is what it is. You definitely got this shit burnt the fuck out though. You got 10 more records to drop. The one before before the last one, we finessed you into telling a story that doesn't even exist. And then you go and drop the West Coast one and try and cover that up. I would like that one. That would be some shit I could dance to if you wasn't tripling down on some whole other bullshit. But, you know, at least your fans are getting some raps out of you. I'm happy I can motivate you, bring you back to the game, like, you know, but just let me know when we get into the facts. Everything in my shit is facts. I'm waiting on you to return the favor. Like.
So I just heard the track. It had some lines in there. The thing is, it didn't even feel like a diss track, honestly. It felt more like a defense track. It felt like he was just defending himself, that whole song. He also had like some questionable lines in there. He sounds a little shaky. He sounds like he's trying to lay his sword down while also saving face. You know, he's trying to brush it off. Hey, you know, it's cool. Got the exercise in my pen. You know, it's a good little exhibition. Talking about all his shit is factual. I mean, is it though? I mean, I'm not saying they're both factual on both sides. Everybody knows battling is always going to have some fabrication to it. Just like when a movie based on a true story, they're always going to add something to make it pop a little more. It's only natural. But the thing is, a lot of the stuff that Kendrick said, Drake has out there. Like, there's a lot of receipts out there, you know, not just the art covers, not the receipts of the proof of purchase. You know, Drake has a past, you know, and that was bad on his team for not scrubbing all that stuff early, you know, whether it was 1 time, 2 times, only 3 times, you know, once they see you do some nasty behavior with an underage girl, you can say you didn't know, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, you know. You know, you're documented on having, whether it only be texting, you're documented on having a relationship to some degree with a minor, you know. I believe when Kendrick said an 11-year-old daughter, I think people took that out of context. Kendrick's like a deeper thinker than that. He would have, first of all, if he was exposing Drake having a daughter, you would have seen pictures, names, things of that nature. When he said an 11-year-old daughter, I think he was talking about Millie Bobby Brown, because she's a daughter and she goes by the name 11 on Stranger Things. That's my opinion. I think that's what he meant, because Drake is documented being in his 30s, whether it only be texting, but he had a texting relationship with a little kid. Millie Bobby Brown is like 20 years old right now. Stranger Things has been on the air for like a decade damn near. So yeah, she might have been about 10 or 11 when Drake met her. I mean, supposedly they were only texting about boys or something like that, but bro, that still just doesn't save face. I mean, you got no reason to be texting this girl. Even if you've been a fan since season 1, you got no reason to be texting her. Sure, she probably looks up to you like you an idol, you know, because 10 years ago, Drake, I'm sure is a lot of idols, is an idol in a lot of people's eyes. But, you know, unless you have some business together, unless you guys have a working relationship, why are you even in a position in your 30s to be texting an 11-year-old? Like, there's no relationship there. Unless there's a relationship I don't know about. But just on the surface looking at it, you're texting a complete stranger about boys. It's almost like you're grooming, you know? It's almost like you're grooming. And you may or may not have. Who knows? It's not my business, not my concern. I'm just speaking on what's out there. So when Kendrick says these things, you can't say, I mean, I guess you're supposed to say that it's all lies. I mean, that's why I said it don't sound like a diss track. It sounds like a defense track. It sounds like he's doing these tracks now to defend himself in case the Alphabet Boys are listening and they're like, oh, do we gotta go grab him like we grabbed Epstein and just like we trying to grab Diddy? I mean, shit, that's the real big 3. Diddy, Epstein, and Drake. No, I'm just making jokes. Don't take that narrative and run with it. But yeah, man, it was a cool response. There was a couple of lines in there. Yeah, I don't know what business Kendrick has in New York, because, you know, supposedly he's working on an album. Maybe he's working with some East Coast producers. Who knows? You know, Kendrick also strikes me as the type of individual he likes to put himself in a certain environment to channel his work ethic, to channel, you know, the concept that he's maybe building for this next album. You know, as a former artist myself, it's like, I get that. Sometimes you got to get out of your comfort space to do something. You know, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, he probably was cool with being around the fam for that album because he drew a lot from that album. But I don't want to talk too much about Kendrick. I want to focus more so on this Drake diss. So I said what I said on the pod that just ended. I said he needed to have a timestamp Drake. This isn't the Drake that I was expecting. I wanted the Drake to go in and annihilate him. I mean, I know he has the capability to rap like that, but I think the damage has been done. I think Kendrick has smeared him to the point where there's nothing really that he can say now at this point because he doesn't even sound confident. He doesn't even sound confident in his raps. When Drake normally has that confidence and he goes in to kill, you can hear it. It's a different delivery. It's got a different pizzazz to it. And Drake's just not giving us that. I think I'm over the disses. I think this battle is over. I think that Not Like Us, I think that was like the victory song, honestly. I don't think this was enough to regain the lead. I don't think this was enough. I don't even think Kendrick might drop something else because, I mean, it looks like Kendrick's trying to put the fork in him. But unless Kendrick has some more reveals, I don't even think Kendrick should drop anything else. Just take the W and keep it moving. But, I mean, Kendrick gonna do what he wanna do and Drake gonna do what he wanna do. This is 2 tracks in a row now from Drake where he's talking about or alluding to taking a break, being done with the battle. You know, you start to look like you crashing out anytime you say you're done with something and you just continue to keep doing it. So, I don't know. What's your thoughts on it? That's mine. Peace away. As I always say, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Peace out, y'all.